days. Let's in fact get to our colleague Parikshit, because he's been picking up from sources that India and US, the key trade officials, they are likely to have had an exchange of trade delegations soon. Basically, there's going to be, the trade talks and the delegations start meeting each other again. Parikshit, hi, morning. Thanks for joining us early in the morning. But this is big. I mean, this is the first real, very solid sign of a thaw. Something's changed, and it seems to have changed in favor of the relationship.
Clearly, things are changing and changing very fast. We saw some very positive commentary from Donald Trump at the Oval Office, where he said that India and US will be able to resolve their differences. Narendra Modi is a great prime minister, and there are always moments in the relationship. The prime minister also reciprocated that gesture almost immediately. This only goes to show that officials on both sides have been working behind the scenes to put the relationship back on track. And every week we are seeing an improvement. Sources now tell us that the president's statement and the prime minister's statement now indicates that the trade talks are now back on track. They will take place, and officials from both sides will try and fast-track negotiations to arrive at an early conclusion and resolve all outstanding trade issues. Now, what does this really mean? Earlier, we had seen the sixth round of trade negotiations being postponed, and now that round could possibly take place this month itself. We're learning that discussions are on between the two sides to have an exchange of trade delegations, which means that either an Indian government delegation could visit the United States this month, or a USTR or US Trade Representative delegation could visit India for negotiations, and these would be in-person negotiations. We've not had in-person negotiations for the past few weeks after the sixth round was postponed. However, almost daily on a regular basis, there was contact between Commerce Ministry and USTR officials, MEA and State Department officials, and also officials between the Indian government and the White House. Those communications channels had never closed. That's what sources indicate to us. But for the moment, this is a very clear indicator that there is a very strong intent. And this is what President Trump and Prime Minister Modi's statement today indicates, a very strong intent to resolve the outstanding trade issues and barriers and arrive at an early trade deal, possibly by the end of this year. And we now look forward to a confirmed date on the formal in-person negotiations, but we've been told by highly placed sources that this could take place this month itself.
Sure, absolutely, Parikshit. And even the other, aspect of it, the talk of secondary sanctions on Russia, or Russia's trading partners, India and China, he's lobbed that ball in the EU's court, as we know. So in some sense, even that is something which is not very, very sort of retaliatory in nature. Thank you so much for joining in with the perspective, and we'll watch out for developments on this front. Thanks for joining in.